Hello everyone, this is Jay Reeves, Simulation and Lab Coordinator, and I'd like to welcome you to Laerdal SimPad. The Laerdal SimPad is our standard medium fidelity simulation system on our campuses. So today we're going to go over the component systems of the Laerdal SimPad, including the Laerdal patient monitor. We'll have another orientation video for the monitor itself. This one's just going to be on how to connect the monitor to the system. And we'll get right to that right now. This is the patient monitor that is shipping from Laerdal right now. It's a Dell touchscreen laptop, and it connects to the link box via a LAN cable. And I don't have a good picture or any picture of this particular, the laptop that's shipping right now. Here's a picture of an older laptop performing the function of the patient monitor, and this is one available screen. The next picture will show you how that's connected to the link box with a different available screen. It uses a LAN cable and basically just gets connected directly. And that can happen before you're ready to power up. You can do that anytime. Next, let's look at the link box itself. So here it is, and it connects to the SimPad via an ad hoc wireless network called SimLink. Now, if you'll take a look at the picture here, you'll see that there's a cable hookup on the top edge of the box. And that corresponds to the second picture on the next slide here, so where you see Mannequin. So just to get you oriented to the system. So the top picture shows the power input for the DC adapter. There's a jack for future use that we won't be concerned with right now. There is that Ethernet port to connect a LAN cable to your patient monitor, the power LED, the Wi-Fi indicator LED, and the on-off switch. On the end opposite is an input for a battery, the Mannequin cable itself, and the blood pressure tube. Our adult systems come with blood pressure cuffs. Our baby and kid systems do not. On the long edge, there is a USB port, and this allows you to upgrade software in the link box and Mannequin. There is an audio input for a microphone so that an instructor through the link box can hear what's going on in the room. There's an audio out, and I have found this useful to hook up speakers so that people can hear more clearly through the Mannequin. We'll talk about that in a different video, but that's what that is for. And then there is a second battery input. Two batteries that are provided with the link box system. There's one battery provided with each link box, but two of these batteries can be placed into the link box at once. But it is not required to be hooked up at all if you're using the power adapter. Most of the diagrams showing the setup of a link box will show the battery at all times. But for our application, that really isn't necessary because we most always can hook into a wall outlet. But the option's there if you do need to use a battery, such as going down a hallway or something like that, if that was something you'd like to try. So here is a diagram of a hooked up link box system to a Mannequin. Coming out of the back of a Mannequin, be it a baby, a kid, a Kelly, or an Ann, there is a beige computer cable, and that will hook into your link box. The link box is then plugged into a wall outlet. This also demonstrates that the SimPad connects to the link box via a Wi-Fi connection and not a wired one. Also on our adult Mannequins, we have blood pressure cuffs. There's a clear tube coming out of the back of the Mannequin that attaches to the link box itself. Oftentimes this is actually taped to the computer cable that hooks up to the link box as well. You really can't mess it up because the blood pressure cuff itself attaches to a different tube coming out of the Mannequin, but there's a male-female compatibility built in so that you can't attach the tube that should go to the link box to the blood pressure cuff or vice versa. So next, let's look at how to turn on a link box. So you press and hold the on-off button for about a second or two, and the green power LED will begin to flash. Now it's going to flash longer than you see here, but eventually the Wi-Fi LED will begin to flash green, and when it goes solid like this, the Mannequin will cough. When the Mannequin coughs, you know that it's ready to be connected through Wi-Fi to a SimPad. So let's turn to SimPad next. Please note the yellow button along the long edge of the SimPad on the right. That'll help you orient to the next picture. The on-off switch is along the short edge at the top of the SimPad just above the yellow button. There's also an LED, it's multicolor, and that gives an indication of its charging status, its power status, or if it has a fault of some kind. Please refer to the directions for use for interpreting what the LED means. So let's look at powering on a SimPad. So here is a Laerdal SimPad, and we need to press the on-off button. And again, you need to hold it for a second or two, but the green LED will begin to flash. And again, it's going to flash longer than we see here, but eventually it will go solid, and a screen such as this will come up. Now, I've timed how long it takes a SimPad to boot up, and it's about 30 seconds. So let's wait for that now. Okay, there we go. Now, the next thing that you're going to notice is that if the SimPad is paired with the link box that you powered up, you're going to have a new display on the link box itself. The Wi-Fi LED is going to turn blue. We'll discuss pairing a SimPad to a link box in another video. Once the boot up occurs, this is the screen you're going to see. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to give you a quick orientation to starting in manual mode. So you would press that icon, and the following screen would come up. You would stay here for just a moment, and then switch to this. And a progress bar will show up just underneath manual mode. Now here on PowerPoint, I can't show you exactly how the progress bar will go across. It won't be this fast. Have patience. But it will do basically this. And once done, it will come to this screen where you will select a theme. Now your screen will not look like this one. This is from a SimPad that I'm using here in Bloomington. You should have the circulation, hemorrhage, respiration, sim newbie, and healthy buttons. Circulation, hemorrhage, respiration, and sim newbie are all folders. They contain themes. Healthy is a theme in and of itself. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to click on My Themes. And the following menu comes up. Now these are the themes that are in this folder. Let's choose Blood Reaction. At this point, it gives you the option of naming the session. So let's say you wanted to say that it was Group 1 of Clinical Group 1 Nursing 3 Summer of 2015. You could do that. You can input an instructor name or participants. Let's say that I click on Instructor. The following screen comes up, and then I can type in a name just like you do a text message on your phone. If I elected to input an instructor, the OK button would become live, and I would press that, and I'd be sent back here, and the instructor's name would show up in the blank. I can add as many participants as I'd like as well, and all of this information is transferred to the learning log inside the SimPad. We'll talk about those in another video as well. But now I'm going to press OK. And I'm taken to this screen. You'll note that the theme is blood reaction. I have 4 states available to me: initial state, reaction, worse, and stable. In order to begin the session, I press start. And you'll notice that there's a small flag on the start key that matches the small flag on the initial state key. This tells you that when you press that start button, what you see in initial state, current state, if you'll notice across the top it says current state, initial state, that's what the mannequin is going to exhibit when you press the start key. So let's go ahead and press that key. You'll notice now that we're 3 seconds into the session, and now we have a pause and an end key with a checkered flag. And then this would continue on as you go through your session. We'll talk about using themes in a different video. This video was on how to start up and just make an initial startup of a theme on your Laerdal SimPad, and how to hook up your SimPad, your link box, and your patient monitor. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thanks.